Out of all the YouTube charity things that I've ever seen, Creator Clash has got to be the second biggest scam that I've seen. The top spot obviously goes to Gerard. We all know what happened when it came to Creator Clash 3 and how all of this could have been saved if it hadn't have been for that pesky content cop on H3H3. But let's read the official message. We've made the difficult decision to cancel Creator Clash. All existing PvP ticket holders will receive automatic refunds, no action required. While the event won't go ahead as planned, all the funds raised so far will be donated to charity and our fundraising events will continue in the months ahead. Thank you to all the fighters for their hard work and dedication, and everyone who has supported us over the years. We appreciate you. Thank you. The Creator Clash team. It's so weird to me that you would want to shoot yourself in the foot and just destroy your own event just to make Hassan and your wife happy because you wanted to get rid of a friend for no actual reason and join the side of people who wouldn't give a shit about you in any way, shape or form. No matter how you look at it, then Ian and Anisa are the ones to blame because of their actions. It's a real shame that something like this has happened, regardless that the event actually made a bit of money near the end. It's the only good thing that's come from this. But I think seeing how it was all handled and how certain things would come out, like Ian and Anisa taking, I think, 34% of the takings, which again is fucking disgusting and horrible. And then they would just come out and lie and be like, well, we're going to give that bit of money to like charity regardless of what would happen. I generally think that they would want to pocket the money rather than actually give it to charity. It just seems that's the sort of people that they are, just pocket that money and be like, no, there was no money whatsoever. It's just generally a shame that these two cockwombles are just there to fuck over people, charity, and their fighters.
Creator Clash 2 and 3 have genuinely put me into a bad spot financially. The first 2 years at Creator Clash, we got $20,000. Every fighter gets $20,000 to cover your coach, protein, food, gym memberships, training. The first year, I saved a lot of money with the way I trained. Year 2 comes around. I'm now living back in LA. I wanted to work with my coach who is still in Portland. So in order to do that, so I got like an Airbnb for a couple of months. So anyway, I spent all the $20,000 on promo, food, gym, training, and then I get back to LA after Creator Clash and I have nothing because I was expecting a bonus. The reason I spent all $20,000 that year was because this person tells me it's going to be bigger and better, which it looked like it was shaping up to be. Pausing for a moment to give an editor's note. I might do this a few times throughout the video as I'm going through it just to clarify and people understand exactly what I'm saying. When I say this person I'm talking to, I'm purposely not saying the name of the person. It's not Ian or Anisa. It's people who work for the event, for the promotion company, the PR company, or Real Good Touring. So there's a lot of people.
I do feel bad for this guy a bit. I generally think it's shitty that what he was told and it just fucked him over. But I generally also kind of think not putting all your eggs in one basket for the next one. You would look at everything before putting all that money into your training and everything else that goes with it. But it's also really shitty that someone who is working with Ian and Anisa would tell you about this and just literally just fucking you over at the same time. Like, everything's not guaranteed, but I generally feel a little bit bad for this guy.
Then Ian tells me, before Creator Clash 3 is about to happen, oh, I'm putting out a hit piece on Ethan Klein. And I'm thinking, oh my God, dude. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to cause trouble? Because now I'm thinking this is going to ruin Creator Clash 3 and I'm going to get screwed again. Yes, I can tell him I'm concerned. I truly thought it was a work. It was like a WWE promo thing where like they were going to have a fake feud. They're going to make up right before Creator Clash 3. Genius promotion. I watch a lot of wrestling though, so I probably was thinking incorrectly because that wasn't the case at all. It was a real beef.
What's kind of weird is that everybody knew that this was a bad idea. And I'm sure people actually told Ian and Anisa that also it was a bad idea. I generally thought that Dad's idea was probably really cool to some degree. I think, yeah, it could have built up. Not unless Ian and Ethan were actually going to box or something like that. It just wouldn't have worked out. The beef would have been completely pointless because then people wouldn't really trust them. Everyone thought that this was a bad idea, and yet Anisa thought it was a good idea to release a video which caused the downfall of the event, and pretty much everything that they've kind of built up over the years has just crumbled. What the fuck? It's just weird that it would come up like this and that you would go after your friend just so you could be in with the other people. Ian and Anisa are the ones who ruined this event, and it's weird. And they don't see it, but yet they blame other people. But it doesn't actually surprise me because they just don't care about things. And you can tell all the time when they're talking about certain things, they just don't give a shit.
I'm not getting that extra money. I'm not getting that $10,000, even though I did some of the extra training, because the event's canceled now and it's just over and there's just no more money. And it's really messing me up, and it's really hard for me to be okay with this. That's why I'm making this stupid video, because I'm upset. It sucks. I put my heart into this. I got freaking beat hard this year, harder than I ever had, and I thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna train like a freaking professional, keep my head down, avoid this drama, and now here I am, screwed. At this point, I just started getting too worked up, so I'm now just ending the video. And then it turns out they were just talking trash about me behind my back. Ian's coach said on H3 that they used to say I was weird and talk trash about me, and then I also heard the same thing from Froggy Fresh 2 years ago. I don't care if people think I'm weird, because I do make weird videos. I like being different and unique. I'm used to people saying I'm weird. I was just very surprised that it was happening by 2 other creative people. I thought they were like me, and I didn't expect them to make fun of me for being different.
What annoys me is that Ian and Anisa are scum for this and not paying the guy the money that he is owed, or even getting the new owners of the Creator Clash to do that. It just makes it really fucked up. What this shows me is that if they did this again, they can't be trusted whatsoever. But we all know that Ian and Anisa would talk about shit about anyone behind their back, and it's just fucking cowardly. Now, I have no idea what Dad's content is like or anything, but I saw him in Creator Clash 1 and thought that his username was okay, kind of unique. But can you really call him weird when Ian makes content like bad unboxing videos, strip malls, ranking all Cheez-Its by which generation? I mean, that one might actually be okay, but you know, I don't really see them much around the UK, but you know, the ants on the log, that's a weird one, and I know that he talked about squirrels in other content. And Anisa, well, she doesn't really make the best content either. I think she's now coming back to streaming, which again, that is going to be a very fun thing to cover at times, to see what actually happens there. I just think that if you're going to talk shit behind their back, then you should have done it to their face, but we all know that Ian and Anisa are just snakes after all of this.
So I went to an H3 live stream and donated $20 and left a comment to try and say something positive. I also said I was bummed about the Content Cop video and confused on how to move forward. Then the next day, Anisa texts me a screen grab of my donation, and she says, "Is this real?" Anisa took that as I was supporting her enemy that she has chosen, by the way. Ethan and H3 are not my enemy. So then Anisa makes me feel guilty and bad for what I thought was a nice thing. And she's like, "Oh, I can't believe you would do that." I'm 44 freaking years old. This is childhood, high school garbage. What the heck are you doing? I was texting Yoda, my friend, about this, and I said, I think I'm gonna walk. I'm not dealing with her. I can't do this right now. I almost quit when she called me, because Harley was out. I was talking to Harley. Harley was talking about his frustrations. I was saying, yeah, Anisa just called me. She tells me, this really hurts us that you would say this. Because in the donation, I said, this is really confusing for all of us. I don't know why they put that video out. It hurts you that I said I'm confused why you're ruining the event? What are you talking about? It hurts you more that you put your video out, not me being upset about it. Oh, I burned a building down. Now everyone's complaining, and it really hurts me that everyone's complaining about my fire I caused. What the heck are you talking about?
I remember hearing about this, and it actually makes Anisa look weak. If you're asking a simple question and that person who hasn't been responding or hasn't been very transparent to you and comes back to you and shouts at you and says that you hurt our feelings, then you should be looking at yourself and going, maybe I should have told the fighters, maybe we shouldn't have put this video go out. Maybe I shouldn't have a hand in all of Ian's pies. It just makes me think that Anisa doesn't see the big picture, and it's really insulting when you think about it. You are putting your life into training and giving up your time, and you get slammed for something that isn't a big thing. Also, does Anisa think that everyone who speaks to Ethan makes them your enemy? Is she saying, if you want to be our friend, then you need to stop talking to people that we don't like? I think this is really shit. You need to have more communication, and if you're going to fuck over people like you always do, then make sure the people know about what's going on, rather than being a grade A cunt about things.
Now I'm in YouTube boxing, A, because it's fun, and I only have a few more years left in it because I'm getting older, and it's like something to do as a life achievement, and B, because it's the only thing that's kind of really giving me some cash, because like YouTube money is so low.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a starving artist, but you know, when I look back on it all, I'll be happy. I'm actually going to be applying to be a garbage man in LA in the next week. I have the website open on my browser over here.
What?
I need to make money, so I'm gonna be a garbage man. I'm gonna see if they'll like let me do it 2 days a week, but I have a feeling because all the listings say like 40 hours a week. So I'm gonna try to I might film it too and get some content out of it, I guess. Like maybe I can double it up.
How much do you get paid?
Cool. My whole thing for me is like I'm 44. I have to box. The big reason I'm on this podcast right now is because I really want to fight on Misfits. I want to do Creator Clash 3. I'm talking to Mams yesterday. I'm trying so hard to get on the next event because I only have like this tiny window left to do this. I'm having these neck problems with the pinched nerve. I see spots now, like flashes a lot from sparring this year. And I'm like, oh my God, the window's closing. And my girlfriend, like, I really want to get a house and I need these checks to like get that house. I want to get out of this safe and go move in a house with my girlfriend after I propose and to have a happy life. But I have to do it now. But at the same time, I don't think some of the stuff they have done has been the smartest either. Like putting out that video, I did say in a text to Anisa, I was like, couldn't have waited a couple months, like, and then she said it had to come out then because, but I understand that too, because it's like, all right, you're passionate. The time is now. I'm inspired. I'm going to make this. I want to respond to what has been said topically. If that's what you do and you do things that are topical, I get it. That's why you want to put it out. But you also have a conflict here because you have an event. Yeah. And all these boxers like me I would say in a way I'm an innocent bystander, and so are all these other boxers who are like
I would agree.
Involved in the conversation. What she said Carly and I get in here and we talk. But these other people don't, and they're like now suffering.
Exactly.
And they haven't said anything. And
exactly. Because it's only.
I will kind of go out and try to politely defend myself and defend the event because I love Creator Clash. I think it's amazing. The new people who are involved, they're all my friends. I love them. They're very successful people, and they know what they're doing. I think Creator Clash 3 is going to be great now that it has this new fresh
it's
start.
Only about them.
Now, I want to like give this piece of information out. If you are seeing spots, if your body is hurting from trapped nerves, then maybe you should stop about this. Yeah, the money may be there, but your health is more important. Now, I don't know if influencer boxing is still one of the big things. It seems to have completely died down from what I could see. But I would imagine that you would make more as a binman. But again, seeing black spots, trapped nerves is really fucking bad. How much money would you make doing all this sort of stuff? I would imagine that you would have to make a lot to do it all the time. What's really interesting in this is that Anisa and all that were told not to release the video, but they had to. It's kind of really weird. Maybe it was Anisa's idea. It just sounds like Anisa wanted to destroy the entire thing just to please Hassan and co. It wouldn't surprise me if Anisa fancies Hassan and thought it would be a good way to get into his I mean his good books. The good books, not the other thing. This has been going around a Discord chat of Anisa talking about the event that you can see. So yeah, there are some things in this to me that didn't make sense. But first of all, yes, you are the faces of the event, and you're the ones that should have been talking about it. And it was Ian's creation, which, again, I don't know why he wasn't speaking about it. But also, you've done fuck all to it. And I think that's because you aren't making much money from it. If you're not getting the things in, if you're not getting that reconnection, then what? You're not going to promote it. It's just going to be a thing of, oh shit, I have to promote this at the very last minute. Oh no, it's not working well. Oh no. I generally have seen no promotion for Creator Clash whatsoever. The only time that I've seen Ian talk about this was the hit piece that he put out on Ethan. If no one knows about it, then no one is going to buy a ticket, and you can't really just have the name alone kind of to pull people in. Doesn't work like that. Now, I've seen a decline in influencer boxing, but you have to have some heavy hitters that people would want to see. I think it's been one massive shit show, and they are 100% to blame for their actions. I generally would rather they be honest. And also, if you care about the people, then you would pay Lena back as well as pay Dad. This should be a instant, there's the money straight away, here you go. But I'm guessing there's no money. And they don't want to dig into their pockets because they probably want to keep all the money for themselves. As I was about to close off the video when writing this, more stuff popped up. And apparently Anisa takes a partial blame about things, but not on everything. I've pretty much said everything I can with this, and I feel like I'm just going to be repeating myself. Bad event, no promotion, and Ian and Anisa just didn't give a shit. But the one thing on this is I generally think that they should never have done a third one. Like, it makes absolutely no sense to do a third one after the second one made no money for charity. It's just stupid. I feel like they just wanted to have a party. They wanted to invite their friends and show the world that they were all with the cool kids, and that was it. That's literally all I saw the second one as. Oh, yeah, there was a bit of a fight, but no, we've got all these parties, we've got therapists, we've got people coming in from all over the world, but not Ian's dad. Ian's dad was not allowed at the event. It's that sort of shit. Anisa tweeted out, "I'm once again asking what my ultimate sin was aside from being married to the man who made the content cop on The King. Ethan doesn't know us as well as he claims, especially not me. He's knowledgeable about our private life as the average viewer. I have never mentioned CPS. I didn't appear in the content cop. I've only ever replied to Ethan privately with kindness, despite him spam texting us deranged nonsense. His inference that I have any control over Ian's choices is from watching slop tubers parasocial ramblings." Very interesting how she's now saying slop tubers, because that's a Hassan thing. But generally, I think this tweet really got to me, as I find it really insulting, and Anisa is trying to get away with it. I find that all of this is just lies, because Ian and Ethan were friends for 8 years? And obviously you'd think that in that time, with the amount of stuff that's happened between them, that they would have known Anisa quite well as they message and they get to know each other. If they didn't know you that well, then why would they have had you in their home, Anisa? It's just kind of really, really weird. Also, they wouldn't have been super supportive through the years, so I find this kind of like blood boiling. It would just generally piss me off. We all know that the average viewer would be, say, like you and me. That would be it, watching these videos, interacting with their tweets, and that's it. Ethan would have known a lot more. I could imagine that when Ian and Anisa break up, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, Ian, yeah, I knew him once, but it's not like I actually pretty much knew him. Yeah, I hung out with him a little bit, he didn't know me like my mum and dad." That's literally going to be it. There's so much stuff that could happen way, way, way in the future, probably in the next year, as I just said. So I really like this take from Dojangles. You take credit for things that have been successful, like Content Cop Tanner, and the success of CC1. When things don't go over well, you say, "I'm just the wife." This pattern is why you keep getting shit. You take zero accountability for when you fuck up. Now, I really like Dojangles' take on this. The whole fact that she was behind all the other content cops, but when shit goes west, she can't take it, and it's nothing to do with her. It just shows that she wants the wins and never the losses, because then it would show that her ideas are shit. Taking accountability would be the best thing in this, but we know that's not what Anisa wants. With bringing this video to a close, then there was one image of Ethan, and he goes through a lot of things, as you can see here on the screen. But yet, Anita doesn't address absolutely everything or a lot in this actual post. Why not actually address everything properly in an actual post rather than just focus on two elements? It's just so fucked up, and yet she thinks she will be in the right, and her friends will see the same thing and go, "Oh man, you're in the right, yeah, go you," and not call her out for the other things. All of this stuff just generally annoys me. But hey, she'll take credit. on all the good things, but never the bad things. Anyway, I am going to bring the video to a close. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comments and let's discuss. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button and subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I know we can do it. And with that, I'll end it here.